Hey, what's up guys? I'm Tasha and today I'm going to give you 20 back to school life hacks that apply for both high school and college. So let's hop right into the life hacks. So I know all summer you've been staying up all night and not waking up until noon, so it's going to be really hard to start waking up for school. So what you want to do is start waking up at the time that you need to wake up for school at least a week before school starts. But if you're really stubborn, try doing 2 weeks before school starts and your body will get back into the rhythm. Now, if you are really bad at waking up in the morning, put your alarm clock across the room. So whether you use a real clock or just your phone, don't have it in your bed or on your nightstand because you're just gonna swipe your phone or hit your alarm and fall back asleep. But if it's across your room, you have to get up and actually move to stop the annoying noise. If you are in college, you need to use Rate My Professors. If you haven't heard of RateMyProfessors.com, it's a website that has basically every school and students just rate every single professor. So if I were you, I would go check every professor that you picked for this semester and just see what people are saying about them, because if it's a terrible teacher, it is not too late to change your schedule around. And sometimes you have to take some of the reviews with like a grain of salt, because I had one where the teacher sounded terrible on RateMyProfessor.com and I couldn't change the class and I was so upset, but then the semester really wasn't bad at all. But it's definitely a very helpful tool. Okay, this is also for my college students. Check online to see if your textbook is available for free. Sometimes certain textbooks have an online version that you can get totally for free so you can save your money. If you end up having to buy an actual textbook, just rent them, don't even bother buying them. And I know you're gonna think like, well, I can sell it back to the bookstore at the end of the semester, but let me tell you, there's nothing that sucks more than getting to the end of the semester, going to the bookstore like, I'm gonna sell my book back, like I'm gonna sell this book back to the store, and then the lady tells you, oh no, we're not taking this book back this semester because we're getting a new edition for next year. And then you just wasted your money on this book you're never ever gonna use again, and it becomes a big paperweight, and us college kids are already broke, so you know you gotta save that money. I personally use Chegg.com to rent my textbooks, but you can rent them from the bookstore at your school as well. Now, I don't recommend doing this all the time, but if you are having a little bit of trouble with the page length of your essays, change all of your periods from a 12-point font to a 14-point font. And allegedly, this really increases the length of your paper. But again, don't do that all the time, just if you are really in a jam and you can't meet the page requirements. Whether you are in high school or college, instead of just Googling information for your essay, use Scholar.google.com. That way only important things come up for your essay. And please, 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 especially if you are in college, do not try to use Wikipedia as a source. You might get away with it in high school, just maybe, but if you're in college, if you try to do that, your teacher's just gonna laugh at you. For all my people that have trouble with math, use the website Slater.com. Slater.com will help you with any math problem, and they won't just give you the answer, they'll actually show you how to do it so you know how to do it, and you can also get math tutoring as well. This applies for both high school and college, but sometimes it's really hard to find an essay topic that you want to write about, so try picking a topic that really pisses you off. Because if it makes you angry that much, then you're gonna have so many points to make about it that writing an essay is gonna be super easy. If you are studying for a test, chew gum while you're studying, and then while you take that test, chew the exact same gum, the exact same flavor, and it'll help you remember what you were studying. If you're having a hard time writing the conclusion of your essay, just imagine dropping the mic at the end of your essay, and if you can't drop the mic after what you just said, then what you just said is not strong enough. Now this really only applies to college, because in high school you have assigned seats, but in college, when you're taking a test, sit next to the teacher. That way, anytime someone comes up with like a question for the teacher, you can hear what they're asking them and hear what the teacher is saying, and it might help you with your test. Now I know a lot of people have trouble getting up and speaking in front of an entire class, so a really cool tip that I kind of use is just make your eyes kind of glazed over. Now don't make them look dead inside or anything like that, but just kind of look at people, but don't really look at them, you know what I mean? Like, don't really focus on them, but it looks like you're looking at them, but your eyes are totally glazed over. We all know that it's important to take notes, but don't just take the notes and toss them to the side and not read them for like a month later until your exam is coming up. Try reading them at least a week after you take them, and that'll really help you burn that information into your brain. I don't know if all high schools are like this, but back in my high school, some teachers were really strict about only drinking water in class, and sometimes a girl wanted a little bit of flavor. So if you want something other than water to drink in class, just get a solid opaque color water bottle and fill it up with whatever you want. When you are proofreading your essay, sometimes things can kind of slip by because you've read it so many times, you wrote it, and it just kind of all sounds right to you. So what you can do is you can pop your whole essay into Google Translate, and then it'll read it to you, and hearing something else read it just really helps you catch all of the mistakes. Allegedly, if you eat a lot of grapes while you're studying, it helps your brain process new information. Now, I do not know this for a fact, but apparently it's a thing, so just try it out. If you are a person that likes to listen to music while they're doing their homework or studying, try listening to movie soundtrack scores. The background music to movies is really helpful because it's interesting, but it's also not interesting enough to pull your attention from something else, because in a movie they want you to still focus on the movie, but they want you to also hear the music, you know what I mean? So you'll still be able to focus. If you're going to take your own lunch to school, it is very important to keep certain items at a nice cold temperature. So if you don't have one of those freezer lunch pack things, just freeze a water bottle. It'll keep your lunch totally cold until lunchtime, and then you have cold water for the rest of the day. And last but not least, if you are a person that doesn't like doing the assigned reading for school, what you can do is just read the intro and the conclusion and just kind of skim over the middle. And that way, if the teacher asks you like, who read the homework for last night, then you kind of know the gist of it and you can say enough about it to make it sound like you read the whole thing, but maybe you didn't. So that's it. That's 20 life hacks to help you with college and high school. I hope this video helped you guys out so much. Good luck in school. I hope you guys have a fantastic school year. And as always, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment down below and share this video with all of your friends all over the web who are going to school this year. So I will see you guys in my next video, and I love you guys so much. Mwah! Bye guys!